Welcome. I'm Lizette Hester from the Office of Family Assistance. This video is a part of a series about how to form and implement TANF and child welfare partnerships to keep families together so that children can be cared for in their own homes or in the homes of relatives. This video features representatives from the Chippewa Cree Tribal TANF, Pascua Yaqui Tribal TANF, and the California Department of Social Services Tribal TANF Linkages programs. They discuss their efforts to organize and coordinate tribal TANF and child welfare services to create integrated prevention strategies that leverage existing networks and partnerships and address the unique needs of their respective communities.
My name is Elaine Topsky. I was a director for TANF for over 21 years. Since we went to 477, I shifted my role, and I'm responsible now for the workforce development department, the cultural part.
Hi, my name is Lisa Flores. My role here with the Pascua Yaqui Tribe is I am the Tribal TANF Child Welfare Project Coordinator.
My name is Irina Omada. I work with the Pascua Yaqui Tribe in the Adult Social Service for the TANF program. I oversee TANF General Assistance and Transitional Program, and we serve 3 counties in Arizona for TANF.
Hi, my name is Matthew Franklin. I'm Miwok, Nishinan, and Assiniboine Sioux. I work for the California Department of Social Services. I am the manager over the Tribal TANF and Indian Health Clinic unit.
We entered into that agreement with child welfare to where we staffed those most serious cases to see what we could do to prevent the removal of those children. And we started with the wraparound case management in bringing in the peacemakers are very powerful in that circle. They start with smudging and setting the tone in that session and reminding the parents how precious our children are. You know, they're gifts from the Creator, and the responsibilities as parents that we take care of them and protect them.
We were able to develop a continuum of care flyer. And basically what that flyer was for the use of not only the community, but also for our staff to understand what services were offered between both programs. There's 3 areas that all services are focusing on: our prevention services, our intervention services, and the purpose of them being able to establish what we consider thriving families. And basically just making sure that those families that, you know, whether they're in prevention or intervention, ultimate goal in thriving is that they're able to be self-reliant. They're more engaging with the community, they understand the culture, they have a better understanding of how to better go after services, advocate for themselves, and then also be able to be financially stable to help their families by offering them different skills, job skills, work skills. If they're in child welfare, then we were helping them with parenting skills, anything that would just make them grow as a family in the community.
Our TANF program, we mentioned what we could assist them with at that time, what services TANF provides, along with the other units that are nearby. And that's how we let our families know, our students know, and which is the beginning. When they first come in, they walk in the door.
We have 18 tribal TANF programs in the state of California that serve 111 federally recognized tribes, and probably additionally 50 tribes throughout the state of California. California has CalWorks, that is the county system, just like Tribal TANF. The silos is one of the biggest issues that we're dealing with in the state of California. We rolled out a program called Tribal Linkages, where they are successful in meeting with child welfare and CalWorks and developing a system of integrated services to deliver to the families that they serve.
Culture is very important to our tribe. We offer cultural classes, language classes. We even have a tribally based parenting education or curriculum within social services that, includes, general parenting plus more traditional parenting skills.
Before Tribal TANF was available, it was only the county and the welfare. And a lot of our Native people would not go to the county because of the way they were treated by the states and the counties. And when Tribal TANF came open, then the families came to the Tribal TANF offices and got services. And so trying to get those services to the families, but also remember that why they're doing it traditionally, culturally, to make sure they remember who they are. We looked at now they have like a Fatherhood is Sacred program. They have Native Sisters Are Sacred. And in these programs, they address servicing the family, servicing reunification, and then focusing on wellness. And now we're looking at providing that model on a statewide model to provide that to the counties to outreach. But also, most importantly, is, like you said, bridging those gaps of communication. Identify the people who work with the tribes in the county is one priority. And then getting them to talk to the tribe is a second priority. And we believe once we bridge that gap, then I think the flow of data exchange as well as services and referral services to the tribal families, I think that'll be the next step.
There's still that stigma, that as Indian people, we try to remain strong, especially the men, So whatever we do, it's all prevention. The prevention activities, could have a bonfire out in the community and have hot dogs and music and just carry the message. We are all here. Our little children are here. We're addressing the trauma that we all have.
Being able to bring that to the community outside of participants to kind of make them more aware of services available. Because sometimes, TANF, there is a stigma to TANF, there is a stigma to CPS. So at least if we're able to communicate better with the community with a visual or a tool that we have developed, it kind of opens the door more to community members being able to come forward and start asking for that help they need.
Having these type of services for our families will get our families more successful in either regaining their children, regaining their self-esteem, so that they can be productive in the community and become self-reliant and be successful.
So I think going back to the basics and providing our families with the tools that they need necessary, like you said, to be self-sufficient and to succeed is something that I see Tribal TANF doing. And I hope to move that on to the next level and getting our children returned home to our families and reuniting them as a whole.
For additional resources, please check out the Peer TA website, which includes other videos in the series about supporting Purpose 1 of TANF. If you have any technical assistance needs that OFA might be able to support, please go to the Peer TA website and click on Request TA under the Technical Assistance drop-down menu at the top.